Hello, you space freak bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. In 1977, Star Wars became a box office success that thrilled audiences. Broccoli thought, hey, I want a bit of that, and decided to send James Bond into space.
Logical.
And with Broccoli's first solo success with The Spy Who Loved Me, could good old Cubby repeat that success with the next Bond entry? Well, slutty ladies and not so gentlemen, let's find out with Moonraker. Released in June 1979, Moonraker sees Bond, played by Roger Moore, team up with Dr. Goodhead, played by Lois Charles. Haha, Goodhead. You get it?
Yeah.
Sorry. And together they must find out what connection Stern, villain Drax, has with the disappearance of a space shuttle named Moonraker. Moonraker is definitely one that seems to polarize a lot of people. Some seem to like it, deeming it a fun space adventure that knows what kind of a film it is. Others think it goes way too far. Well, I do agree with both. It is fun and it does know what it is and it doesn't take itself too seriously, but even for a Roger Moore Bond, this is a little all over the place, but that doesn't mean I hate it. Roger Moore, once again, charming and funny as always, and he and Lois Charles do have some great chemistry despite Charles's very wooden acting.
Hang on, James.
But they do work well together, and yeah, she's kind of fucking cool. I kind of like her. She can hold her own against Bond's bullshit, but never to the point where he looks like a cook.
Yes, my name is Bond. James Bond. I'm looking for Dr. Goodhead.
You just found her.
A woman?
Your powers of observation do you credit, Mr. Bond.
The action is still well executed, with an opening that includes an intense free-falling scene where Bond has to race against time to steal a parachute off one of the villains, as well as try to avoid Jaws', well, Jaws. And it doesn't hold back on the more campy moments, like Bond on a raft that goes on land, leading to, this.
What? What?
Drax isn't really the most interesting villain, but for some reason, his monotone delivery, the constant frown, and the fact he never smiles while giving these silly little lines.
Look after Mr. Bond. See that some harm comes to him.
Just cracks me up. There's even a moment where he orders Jaws to expel them. And when Jaws doesn't comply, he shouts out that ridiculous line once again, and I can't help but crack up laughing.
Expel him!
But he does have some truly menacing moments, like this scene where he sends a pack of dogs to tear apart the gorgeous Corinne, played by Corinne Clery. And it is pretty harrowing seeing this poor woman suffer such a gruesome death.
Jesus Christ!
And while the idea of Bond going into space is ridiculous, I kinda got to respect the execution. The visuals, combined with the music score, actually does feel epic, and there's a real sense of intrigue and atmosphere brought to the screen. But as much as I enjoy Moonraker, it does repeat a lot of the story beats of The Spy Who Loved Me. Something gets stolen, M calls for Bond, Bond gets off with some lass who tries to have him killed, that leads to an awesome action scene, before moving on to a soft ballad for the title sequence. Bond must work with a feisty, no-nonsense babe to stop a utopian-obsessed weirdo while also trying to avoid Jaws. All this but with more scenes that could have been cut out and it wouldn't have affected it, like the cable car scene where Bond and Dr. Goodhead have to take on Jaws. That then leads to another scene where they have to escape an ambulance. It just makes the film look like they're trying to pack in more than they should. Jaws is also reduced to a more comedic henchman, and to see him go from this to this was just plain retarded, and I'm all for redemption, but even this was weird.
What the hell is that?
But overall, while ridiculous, bloated, and lacking the consistency of The Spy Who Loved Me, this is a serviceable Bond adventure that boldly goes where no Bond has ever gone before. And that was Moonraker. Next up, For your eyes only.